Okay, guys, this is gotta be
Here, let's
good.
watch this because it's so funny.
Would you guys vote for a politician who thinks young people are stupid?
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid.
Would you vote for someone who said that?
No, I wouldn't.
No, I would not vote for someone like that. Talking about us being stupid means that he doesn't respect us.
Those are the types of people that are going to be voting for you, so why would you talk down upon them?
Which politician do you think said that?
I'd have to go for Trump.
Probably Donald Trump.
Sounds like something the president would say.
He's very ignorant. He's very just not mentally there.
What would you say if I told you that the person who actually said this is Kamala Harris?
Not surprised at all.
Now let us observe the change of mind, all the balance that their minds will have to go through now to adapt to this, to make her look like that she's not evil and like this somehow is a good thing or whatever.
It seemed like she was joking. I don't know.
So you're saying you would vote for someone
yeah,
who
she
thinks
was
basically
joking.
you as a young person is stupid?
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds like, I mean...
How does that make you feel to hear her say that?
It just seems like she was trying to get at a different population group by putting this population group down, I guess. But like I said, lesser of two evils.
That's exactly what happened. Lesser of two evils. Lesser of two evils, guys. Okay, fine. They are just proving her point. Yeah, today's video is this TikTok AI prank has become a massive problem for police by Atozy channel. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's watch it.
Fake home intruder. Instead, she ended up with criminal charges. Massive skill issue. Come on, how would you not know that this is a terrible idea? But this whole story starts off with her husband at work, and he gets a text from his wife saying that a stranger just forced his way into their home. And then the wife sends a photo. A man you've never seen before laying on your couch. I feel like it's safe to say that basically anyone would panic and call 911. And what happens when you call the police saying there's someone in your house that you do not know? Well, they pull up. Except when they got there, there's no intruder. It's just your partner sitting there on the couch with their phone on a tripod because it was just a prank. And that's exactly what happened in Bethesda, Maryland. And this is how a dumb viral TikTok trend turned Moesha
Stupid people being stupid online. What can we say about this, huh?
Partner into the face of a new AI-powered legal mess. So on October 8, 2025, Montgomery County Police got a 911 call from a terrified husband who believed someone had broken into his home. He told dispatchers that his wife said a stranger forced his way in. She even sent him a picture, a man covered in a blanket lying on their living room couch. Police responded code 3, which means it's a top priority. 8 cruisers were diverted from other calls to rush straight to this house. And when officers got there, they didn't find a home invasion. They found Gardner sitting alone on her couch with a phone on her tripod aimed at the door, waiting there like, hey, this is a prank. And obviously that led to a very awkward explanation. Like, honestly, what was she expecting here? Her husband to come fly kicking through the door and to beat up this homeless person? Also, like, how do you not hear 8 police cruisers show up? Like, if anything, that would be your sign.
The police officers lose their time. You know, they plan, they move, and then they reach that is a freaking prank, man. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys have a law for that, but come on. I saw somewhere that you guys seems to be, to have like a law that punishes people who call to 911, like, but I saw because of the video that Asmo reacts to a fat woman being arrested. Seems like you guys have some kind of crime for misuse of the 911. So I don't know if this, I don't know this stuff like, but they call these people to riot your house or whatever it is, like SWAT your house, like through 911, or that is another specific number. I don't know, because here there are many numbers to different services. I don't know what I'm saying more. Let's just
to maybe
continue.
take the phone off the tripod and start working on your apology here. But according to Montgomery County Department of Police, she admitted that it was all just a prank. She had just used AI to generate the image of a man on the couch. And the prank, clearly it cost her a criminal record. Shirley Goff, who's a spokesperson of Montgomery County Police, said this is something that should be taken seriously. If we get a call and someone says they're in crisis or in need, we have to respond. And thankfully they do so. So he really shouldn't be taken.
This has to be taken seriously, but at the same time, this isn't even supposed to be happening. What is going on with people today, man? I always say that. I will not take much time talking about
them
this.
for granted. And she explained that the husband believed the situation was real. He relayed the dispatch, which set off a chain reaction. She said the husband is actually thinking this is legitimate. He relays that information to our 911 dispatcher, so now we have multiple officers that are being called from other incidents to respond to something that wasn't a real emergency. Gardner, the wife, was arrested and charged with making a false report of a crime and providing a false statement to a state official. She was later then released on a $10,000 bond. So this is where things got interesting, because technically, she wasn't the one who called 911. Her husband did. But her entire call was based on her saying that a stranger had forced his way into their home. And then on top of that, she sent an AI-generated photo to prove it. So even if she didn't call 911 herself, she set the entire false emergency in motion. And it looks like, from reading the police statements and other countries' warnings, that in many jurisdictions, that's actually enough to face false reporting charges. So even if she...
That's good. That's good, and that's what's gonna happen. It was supposed to happen at least. They must learn for what they done, and they have to go to jail. They have to be arrested and stay there. No, they shouldn't be fined for something like this. They should be arrested. But this is not gonna happen, and we all know that. And because of that, you can expect the rise of people doing this exact same very
She didn't make the false call to the police, she caused the false report to happen. So if prosecutors can show that she intentionally made a knowingly false statement that led to an emergency service...
Somehow I reminded of the girl, 60 years old girl that wasn't raped enough. Oh my God. Not only what happened with her is disgusting and evil, like rape, but she is a minor, man. She's a minor.
Being sent out, that can be treated the same as filing the false report herself. And here's another layer worth considering, because the police responded to Code 3, meaning it's not just a minor prank. They burned real resources and potentially put officers and neighbors at risk here. So I mean, if there's one thing I've noticed with trends like this, prosecutors tend to hit the initial arrest pretty hard because they want to make an example out of others so, people don't go on and do the same thing. So obviously, she didn't place the 911 call, but technically she orchestrated it. And from a legal standpoint, that could be just as serious. But just to zoom out for a second, because this just wasn't like one woman with a bad judgment. What Moesha did is tied to a viral social media trend on TikTok called the AI homeless prank, or...
Then I ask you, you guys think, I don't know, okay guys, I don't know. But I don't believe that many of these trends are just organic. For me, they come from people who want these kinds of stuff to happen, I believe one or others can be organic, but most of them, in my opinion, they are artificial. They are created by very interesting people that we already have plenty of ideas of whom they might be. I don't know why. I think maybe to spend resources, or maybe disarticulate police, so like they have less people to do what they are supposed to be doing, and makes a lot of other crimes happens easily. I don't know, man. I don't know, but imagine this type of stuff happening in the entire country in many places at the same time. Do you think that this doesn't disrupt police? Imagine a lot of retired girls and teenagers and boys, teenagers as well, teenager boys and girls, oh my God, that have no brain cells yet, that are like burning their brain cells watching this stuff, decide to do the exact same stuff in their neighbors, like, wow, it's it's a hell of a problem, man. It's a hell of a problem. So yeah, they have to be harshly punished.
Homeless man prank. And lately, I've been covering a lot of these stories involving fake AI.
The better way for you to avoid people to keep doing this stuff and going back to do this stuff again is like punishing them severely.
AI doctors,
Yeah.
AI catfishers, essentially all sorts of people using AI to lie. And it's safe to say we're getting more and more cursed by the day. And this is definitely just going to get weirder and weirder, faster and faster. And in this case, it's exactly what I mean. People online think stuff is hilarious, and honestly, sometimes it's funny in a dark, absurd way, but unfortunately, it's no longer a joke when emergency services get taken away from real emergencies to attend to a joke.
Imagine picking up your phone and you see an intruder at your door, in your living room, even in your bed.
We do not know this man. Tell him to get out.
That's exactly what's happening across the country on social media.
We could feed him, and then he said he'd stay for the night.
But these images are not real.
It's just the people in our house.
They're part of a trend called the AI homeless man prank, where users deploy artificial intelligence to create fake images of a man inside your home. Police are warning it needs to stop now.
You're causing your friends and your family to panic, to think you're in danger. Number two, you're tying up a police public safety answering point, a 911 dispatch center. You're wasting the police resources.
A Google search of homeless man prank turns up a website which gives instructions on how to create the image.
Like, do you guys remember when Yahoo how-to articles would show up step-by-step how to tie your shoes or basic stuff like that? Now we have guides on how to make it look like a homeless guy is getting into our houses. We're not just talking about like trolling on the internet at this point, honestly. Like, we're talking about scaring the hell.
Again, I wonder why we have even tutorials to do that. Maybe I'm overthinking too much. I always overthink a lot, but maybe it's not like that. But I just can't help myself think that all this stupidity always comes from the very same place.
Of family members wasting community resources and now creating a real danger. As the New York Times reports, the prank works like this. Someone uses AI to generate a realistic photo of a homeless man sitting on a couch, eating, or in the kitchen, or just lying in bed. Then they text it to a friend or family member claiming a stranger broke in. The person on the receiving end freaks out and sometimes call the police. And then the prankster then records their reaction and posts it online for laughs. So Captain John Burke of the Salem Police Department warned that if someone actually reports an intruder with a weapon, armed officers could end up confronting innocent people inside the home or even neighbors. Because the Yonkers Police Department in New York even released a full statement on their local Facebook page warning people from this, and they are far from the only police force to do so. Honestly, this is just like a new creative way of swatting. And while this prank might not sound as extreme, if police arrive expecting a violent intruder and make a split-second decision, things can obviously escalate very quickly. Officials in Massachusetts, Michigan, New York, and Wisconsin have all warned people who pull stunts like this could face serious criminal charges. And this includes jail time or hefty fines. And this trend blew up because it's easy to do. Anyone with basic AI knowledge can whip something like this up. And honestly, it's the kind of prank that at the surface level feels harmless to the person at least making it. They're thinking, oh, it's just a joke. No one actually is going to get hurt here. But if you don't immediately say, hey, no, I'm joking, this is AI, the person you're pranking could easily call 911, and there you have the situation. I've also seen versions of this too where people are sending their partners videos of AI people in their house flirting with them. So if this trend doesn't get you arrested, it could very well get you divorced.
Pranking my husband with the shirtless AI repairman. Oh man. Oh man. How do you think? Why do you think that this is a good idea, huh? Like, oh god. Even though, I mean, if I try to understand this, like, if I were her husband and I saw this, I think I will divorce. Not because of the not because of the prank, but because everything involved in the process, her thoughts and the prank itself, it shows a lot about who she is. I wouldn't like to be with a person like that, to be honest. But I mean, to be honest, I'm so much picky, so yeah. So I don't. I just take this with a grain of salt. No, this is not serious. Yeah, he just had to take his shirt off.
Like, imagine if you do
I'm sure he does. Oh, come here.
this prank on someone and then your significant other does not believe that it actually was AI and then they end up divorcing you. And obviously there's now like so many public warnings about the
Police are now warning the public that hoaxes, hoaxes? It's read that way. I don't know. Hoaxes like this can have serious legal consequences and puts lives at risk.
swattings from this exact trend. So clearly, this is becoming a problem. And in some states, people doing this trend could face thousands of dollars in fines and even prison sentences for trying to essentially do this to emergency services. And unfortunately, you can't just...
I'm fine with that. I'm really fine with that. Yeah, at least the government, oh, come on. It's not like I want the government to gain money as well, but... yeah, they will... At least they will rip somehow for a stupid prank. And... I mean, if the fine has to be huge. If they are not gonna be arrested, the fine has to be huge so they do never do that ever again.
Say, oh,
you know?
It was just a prank. I'm sorry about that, guys, and walk away because unfortunately it doesn't work like that. Because Moesha Gardner, she found that out the hard way. Her husband panicked, the police showed up, and now she's getting criminal charges. And to think this was all for a TikTok trend. Oh boy. But Gardner was just released on bond and she's currently awaiting the legal process. If convicted, she could be facing some serious penalties under Maryland law. And even if she avoids jail, the arrest and charges are already public, so this definitely will impact her life. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my Three-Tail Fox tier members, Wolony Wolf, Heath Rowell, Fenny Sylvy, Zalost, Taiashi, Zaela Zhezzaia, and Succubus Bait. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone who donated to me through Tron and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel live and grow with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. Yeah. People always try to find more ways to disgrace themselves. Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and support my Patreon, Ko-Fi, and I'll see you all guys in the next one. Bye. And that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ja, mata ne!